Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. It's been a very long since I have posted anything on PEGA playlist, right? Actually I was shifting to new city because of office purpose. Now I'm kind of settled in over here, so I thought of starting it back, the PEGA series, right? So let's jump on to the today's topic. So today we're gonna cover a rule called eForm rule. Okay, so what we're gonna do is like we will be using eForms to parse a PDF, editable PDF basically. The editable word is very important over here. So we're gonna parse an editable PDF and we're gonna extract the data and fill a form in PEGA, right? Sounds simple, right? So let me share my screen first. Okay, perfect. So before we jump onto the video, I would like to mention that the same POC is already present in myPEGA POC, which is handled by Devapriya Chatterjee, right? So please go through this post. There is a post and a video as well. The only difference in my video is going to be, since this post in the URL you can see right, it is of 2022, so it's kind of a bit old. So the new PEGA version is giving an error with the Java code which has been used in this post. I will just quickly show you the Java code. Right, so this is the Java code which my PEGA POC is using, right? So this code is giving an error in the new PEGA version. So I will be using a different approach. The same thing, I will just tweaking the code a bit. So otherwise it's going to a similar video. So please feel free to go watch this post, right? Now coming back to our video. So I'll just quickly give you a context. So this is a case type which I have created called parse PDF, and this has two steps, right? So I will just quickly create a case to show you what we're gonna do. So what we want to do is, like, in the first step we're gonna add a PDF, right? And once the PDF is added, the editable PDF, right, I'm gonna submit that and click on submit, right? Once and the data which will be passed from the PDF will fill up these fields in this form. Sounds clear, right? I hope I'm clear. So basically we want to add a PDF and we want to extract the data and fill this form, right? Perfect. So for the purpose of the video, I have already created the editable PDF. So I'll just show you this is the PDF, right? Name, phone, and sorry, this has to be, so this is the 4 fields which I have created: name, phone, address, and email, right? And this is a template PDF. We need 2 kind of PDFs, one with the template, the other one which is going to have the data. So this is the one which I'm going to use for the filling the data. So I have already created this editable PDFs. Now if you are wondering how to create an editable PDF, so you can use some online tools, such as I was using Dropfly, right? So this is one of the tools which I used for this creating this editable PDF. You can go through any of the online tools and find them, right? Now let's start to implement the eForm, right? So we're gonna go to configure, right? In the configure, under integration tools, we're gonna get a called eForm wizard, right? PDF for eForm wizard. Now I'm gonna give a description. Say I want to write PDF parsing. Okay, start. I'm gonna add which class. So my class is let me check my class. Okay, Control C. I'm gonna paste the class name. My class was parse PDF. Perfect, right? Next, so it will ask you to upload the file. So over here I'm going to upload this template file, which is PDF parse template, which was an empty file, editable empty file, right? I have added it. I'm going to click on next. So it will automatically detect all the fields which all the text inputs which the editable PDF had. So if I have to show you, so in this template file there were 4 editable text inputs, right? So the eForm rule will detect them and add it over here, and will assign some random names. So I'm going to click on select all. Perfect, and click on next. Now it will ask to assign them to any property. For now I am using just pyNote. You can add any property for now, just for the purpose of filling this wizard, right? So I'm adding pyNote to everything, and I copy this and I'll paste them to all of them. Perfect, right? Now what we're going to do is, like, we're going to click on next. So now if you see, it will create one rule called rule file eForm, and just a second, and another rule called rule map eForm. with the name PDF parsing template, which was the name of my file, right? So I'm gonna just change this to PDF parsing, maybe let it be like that only. Perfect, right? So these are the two rules which gonna create. One is the file eForm and another is the map eForm, and I'm gonna click on next. Let's wait for a second, and you will see it is saying resolve completed. So the rules are already created. Just close this. Now if I'll go to records, under integration mapping, I'll go for eForm file. So if you will see, a new call PDF parsing template has been created, which will have my file, right? And under map eForm, a new rule called under my class PDF parsing template has also been created. Now over here I will assign the property which I have created. Say name, it was my first name, right? Second would be say last name. Third would be say phone, and the fourth one would be email. So perfect, right? I will quickly save this. I have saved this. Perfect, right? So we are good with the wizard. Now we need to, right? Now what we're going to do is, in our flow action, this is our case tag, right? So after adding the PDF, in the post run of this, I will open the process first, right? After adding the PDF, in the post processing of this flow action, I want to parse the PDF. So in the post processing, I will be creating an activity, say parse PDF. Perfect. So I'll create an activity over here which will be used to parse the PDF. So let's add some steps. Property set. Okay, so in this step what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna add before starting we need some pages, like first attachment page, which is py attachment page. You might be aware that whenever we attach an attachment to a case, a py attachment page gets created in the data work attach file class, right? So I'm going to add this py work attachment page. Then what else we need? We need to create an eForm page, right? So I'm going to name as eFormPage, which will be of class code PEGA eForm. So let me check. Perfect. So these two pages would be more than enough, I guess. Right now over here in the property set, what we basically need is, like, I will just show you once maybe. So what I was saying is, like, when you add an attachment, right? So this is the attachment which has data. So if I will add it and attach it, right, in the clipboard, if you will see this py attachment page has been created, right, in the data attached work file class, right, which has all the data. And if you see, there is a property called py attached stream which has the base 64 of this PDF. This is a long string, right, which is called a base 64. So we need this py attached stream. So what we're gonna do is, in our activity, we'll go back to the activity. I will just create a local variable called FormData. The reason why I'm creating a local variable I will tell you a little bit later. So I'm going to use local.FormData, and we're going to need the base 64, right? So it was under py attachment page dot, just a second, sorry, perfect. So it was under py attached stream, right? You remember. So if you see, it was under py attachment stream, we had the base 64, right? So we're gonna save this. Now I'm gonna need another step in which we will create a new page for eForm page new, where we will be creating our new page called eFormPage. Perfect. Now in the third step, what I'm going to do is we are going to write a Java step. Okay, so in the Java step we will be parsing our PDF, right? So we need to create call our eForm page, right? So for that the syntax is clipboard page, say eForm page equals to, I'll copy this again, clipboard page tools dot tools.findPage, right? Sorry, find tools.findPage. Here we're gonna name the page, which is our page was eFormPage, right? So I'm gonna copy this and paste it over here. Now in the next step, we want to have we want to get the property. So in the clipboard page, so I will just a second. Clipboard property. So what I'm doing? Clipboard property, right? eForm. Let the name be eForm is equal to tools. Sorry. So let's get again continue. So yeah, so tools dot, sorry, not tools, eFormPage dot get property, and the property name is pyEForm, right? eForm. So what I'm gonna do, I'll just quickly show what I'm trying to do is, just to give some context. If I will show this code PEGA eForm, you remember, right? When we were creating the pages and classes, we have mentioned this. So under this data model, if you see, there is a property called pyEForm. This is the property which we will be using to store the base64. So in the eForm page, I am trying to call this pyEForm property, right? So I have called it over here. Now what we need to do is, now comes the main step which I will be tweaking. Like if you go to this Devi Priya Chatterjee video, right? So just a second. So yeah, so if you see in the third step, he has used this function, right, to decode the base64 basically. So I will not be using this function, rather I will be using a different function over here. So let's get back over here, right? So I will declare a byte array. Say this byte array eFormByt is equal to, and over here I will be using java.base64.getDecoder.decode, and over here, now over here this form data, the one, but that's for the reason why I use the local variable, right? I can directly call it over here. So I will be passing this local variable which we added it over here, form data. I will call it, right? And then what we need to do is, like in the pyEForm we need to set it, right? So I'm going to call eForm.setValue, and over here we'll be passing this value which is eFormByt, right? After decode whatever the values, we want to set it to eForm. So, and we have put, I'll try to save it once. Okay, so say there are few errors. What are the errors? Clipboard page, tools.findPage, sorry, F is capital. Okay, and what is the error over here? pyEForm, what does it say? eForm, also there is some spelling mistake. Okay, now let's check. Get decoder. I have not given the parenthesis, and we are good, right? So all the errors are resolved. I will be pasting this code in the chat itself, so that you can use it. Now once this is done, we will be calling an OTB activity which is called extract. There is an activity called extract data from eForm. I will just quickly open it. So this activity is the one which is responsible for extracting the data from the PDF, right, from the eForm basically, after from the base64, whatever the base64 we have decoded, right, over here. Yep. So whatever the base64 we have decoded over here, so this activity extracts the data from that and put it in the properties which are mentioned in the eForm rule. So, and this has two parameters basically, source eFormPage and map purpose. I will show quickly. So over here, if you expand, it asks for two pages, but one is source eFormPage and the another is map purpose. So if source eFormPage in our case is going to be the page which we have created, right, in which we are going to have our eForm property, which is eFormPage in our case. You can mention any name, of course. And the map purpose is going to be the map this map eForm rule which we have created. So our map eForm rule was this, right? So I'm gonna pass the name of this map eForm rule to the activity. So perfect. Now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna call save activity to save the data, save the instance, right? And this activity save, and I guess we are done. So I'll collapse all the steps. So just I will give a quick recapitulation. So in this step, what we are doing, we are storing the pyTouch string, that is a base64, into a local variable. The reason why we are using a local variable, so that we can directly use it in the Java function. Now we are creating a new page called eFormPage, and after once the page is created, we are trying to what we are trying to do is like we're gonna add the base64 in the pyEFormProperty after decoding the base64. So we are calling the eFormPage. Under that we are calling the pyEFormProperty. Then we are decoding the FormData, which contains a base64 basically, and then we are storing it in this pyEFormProperty. Once the value is stored after getting decoded, we are calling this OTB activity, which helps us to extract the data from the decoded base64 and map it into the properties which are mentioned in our map rules. So it will decode the values from these fields and map it into the properties which we have mentioned over here, right? And after that we are calling the save activity. That's it. So let us plug in our activity in the over here. We are good, right? So let us try to create a new case. First of all, I'll close everything. Okay, now I will try to create a new case. Parse PDF, right? I will attach a PDF which will have data. So I'm attaching this PDF which has the data. I'll just quickly once again open it up for you. So I'm adding this PDF which has the data. Say anujyadav, phone is this one, address is Kolkata, email is 6868@gmail.com, right? So I've added the PDF. I'm going to click on attach. Now I will click on submit, and if you see, all the data has been filled up, right? Though over here, if you see, the first name is getting Kolkata and the last name is getting it's me, Anuj, right? The data is mismatched. So to fix this error, what we need to do is, again I will call the map eForm, right? And what I'm going to do is just a second. So if you can see in the first name, I need the email part, right? So in the first, so I'm getting the first name over here, right? And over here I'm getting the email, right? Perfect. So, and last name, okay, I have not given anything for the last name. Perfect. And phone number is fine. That I think this should work. Okay, so I'm gonna save this. Okay, and I'm gonna create the new parse PDF rule. Again, I'm gonna add a PDF, which is this one. I'm gonna attach it, submit, and if you see right now, first name is Anujyadav. Since I have not given anything in the last name, it came under this phone number and email Kolkata. So you can of course change the mapping, that is fine. So this is what I wanted to show in this video, guys. I hope it is clear to you. If you have any doubt or any suggestions, please feel free to comment below. Thank you.